Hey beauties, how you doing? I'm doing great, just sitting here in my little bungalow in the cloud sanctuary, and I'm coming on today to let you know about a New Year's resolution that I made to not talk about people because it's a lower vibrational energy to be in. And also the reason why this trick that I created, a little spell action coming at you, is actually better for the entire universe energetically and also will help benefit you. So what you're gonna do is when you find yourself talking about someone else, you don't really want anything bad for them, right? You're talking about them because you are in a place where you want them to be better, right? You don't like something that they are doing or saying or acting in a way is triggering you to want them to be in a better place energetically, right? The frequency of energy. First of all, this is problematic because we can't really want anyone to have a different experience of reality than they are having because it's their journey, it's their reality. However, because you are coming from a place of such deep love, I have a really great idea for you to try out, may not work for you, but try it out when you find yourself, and if this is a goal of yours, to also not talk about people, to try out and see how it makes you feel, right? Because all things in our life our reality is based on our reaction to the things that we think, right? The thoughts that we think, the actions that we take. And so here's a little trick to enhance and help yourself switch from the reaction that you're having to the act, because that's the actual issue, right? The reaction that you're having is the actual issue, and that it's taking up time in your life. And time is our most precious commodity and one of my favorite and my highest love language. So it's a way to love yourself by taking the time that you were taking to talk about these people and shifting it into a higher vibrational energy, which is what you really want for yourself and for them anyway, right? So take the thing that you're thinking about the person and you acknowledge that these are not the thoughts, right? This is some of Byron Katie's work. Like, this is not the thought that I want to be having. This is not the action that I want to be doing. I don't want to be talking about people. I don't want to be speaking negatively about anyone. I don't even want to be saying the negative aspects. I just want to come into a space of high vibrational, positive energy for them. So this is where I'm going to get a little witchy on your asses, okay? Because the words that you say and the thoughts that you think are actually spells. Right? Spelling. We spell words, right? So the things that you say, the words that you speak are spells anyway, and they come from thoughts. So the thoughts that you're thinking are actually casting spells anyway. So it would be like talking, like when we speak positively about ourselves, that is a message, a spell cast into the universe, telling the universe, I want this to continue. Right? When we celebrate things, when we affirm them, when we speak about them, like, oh my God, I love where I live. I love what I've been doing with my business. I love all of my plants and how much energy I put into them, and they're giving me back all this love, and it's amazing. You're saying to the universe, I love this. I want more of this. Keep sending it because I'm talking about it, right? I'm using my time and my energy to speak about it. So when you catch yourself, and this is human, right? And we all vacillate between human and spiritual beings constantly. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We wouldn't be physically on this earth if we were not having a human experience. So don't beat yourself up for coming into that very humanness of yours. And then also know that you can flip it, right? You can flip it. So we're going to flip it into positive high vibrational energy by thinking of the thing that we are thinking negatively about the person, and then asking ourselves, what do I actually want from or for this person by speaking about this? Like, what is it bringing to me? What do I want it to bring to them? What do I wish I could say to them? So take, for example, someone who is insecure, right? And that anxiety or shyness or whatever energy, you think about them and you're like, oh man, I just wish they weren't insecure. because you want to give them security, right? You want them to be secure. You want them to have self-confidence and motivation and pride in what they're doing so that they can say whatever they want to say, and they can go after their dreams, and they can confidently speak up for themselves and take actions for themselves, right? You want them to be vibrating at a higher frequency, and you're picking up on this lower vibrational energy. So we're going to cast a spell on them. Put a spell on you. So we're going to cast a spell on them with our words to replace and anchor in the things that we, or anchor in the positive thoughts over the things that we were thinking about them, acknowledging that we don't want to be spending time in that lower vibrational energy any damn way. Okay? So instead of the thought that you're thinking, just think the opposite. Again, this is Byron Katie's work. Flip it. If you don't like the thought, it's not bringing you any positive feelings or energy or sensations, then acknowledge, I don't like this. I don't like that I'm thinking about it. I don't like that I'm talking about it. And then I'm going to flip it. Wait, what's the reverse? What's the opposite? And then you can do this for someone else. It's like a prayer, right? I am Priestess Paratman. I am sharing with you a prayer, an affirmation, a mantra that you can say for someone else. Okay? So flip it. You feel that they are anxious or timid or shy or insecure. So you take that person, you say their name, and then you replace it with the things that you want for them. I want blank to have security, self-confidence, pride, self-worth, value, inner strength, inner peace, inner calm, and the utmost self-love. So because we are all one, by making this prayer for them, you're also doing double duty, right? This is the opposite, the reverse of double dukkha, which is a concept I talk about a lot in reference to the Buddhist practices. Dukkha is suffering, and we can't avoid suffering in our lives, but you're reversing double dukkha, which a lot of us do anyway, and you're giving double goodness back on top of that, right? Good karma. So you're doing double karma. I can't think of an alliteration with a K, but I'll come back to you. Compounded karma. You're compounding karma, right? So you just said, I want them to have. Now, instead of just saying, I want them to have, right, we're going to own it. We're going to embody it so it goes into them magnetically any damn way. So we're not going to say, I want to, just like for ourselves, right? We do the same thing with self-love when we say, I want to have this. I don't currently. No way. I am. I have. Make those powerful statements, right? If that's the thing that scares you to state, then state it. Get a little snuggly pillow and hug it and be like, it's okay, I can say this. I'm going to say this about myself, even if it's not true. This is not fake it till you make it. This is trying on the words in your mouth to see how they feel. It might feel scary at the beginning, but it's going to get easier and better the more you do it, right? This is practice. This is reparenting ourselves, relearning this stuff. So instead of the I want blank to have, say blank is a confident, powerful, what else did I say? What's the opposite of anxiety? Free, radiant, self-assured, self-loving goddess, God, miracle worker, high priestess, empress, priest, fishers among men, badass. Yeah, I'm sure you got. I'm gonna leave it to you guys to remember all of the things, and you can come up with all of the things that you're saying they are. This person is. So blank is confident, and what was the one that I was saying? I really want to remember it. Timid, brave, bold. It wasn't timid. It was whatever, I forgot it. Self-conscious, is powerfully and actively conscious, right? Is aware, is enlightened. This person is amazing, is limitless, is fearless, right? So you're giving them this gift. This is another one of the love languages, gifts. You're giving them the gift of time, a spell, right? You're saying prayers for them. You're wishing this for them. You're spending time doing it. You're saying words of affirmation. You could even, touch something to anchor it into your body that you are feeling this, right? This is coming from my heart. The negative attributes were not coming from my heart. They were coming from fear and victim mentality. That's not where we operate. That's not where we are, right? We're rising. We're elevating our consciousness. So we're using touch, we're using gifts, we're using words of affirmation, we're spending time doing it, and it's an act of service to someone else. If you see someone struggling and it makes you feel like, oh, I wish they weren't struggling, then make a spell for them, right? Use your magic, cast a spell on them, and let them know this is who you are, this is what you are, and you are also simultaneously casting that spell for yourself, because we are all one. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it out right now. Think of the person that's driving you crazy, and I love you. But love yourself and love others, because they are you and you are them. This has been a Love It Yoga Conscious Creation production of casting spells for compounding karma. Love you guys. Have a great one. See you soon.